Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about how to get more customers into your small business. We're going to be talking about two different marketing techniques, online and offline marketing, but I'm going to warn you now, when you're running a small business, it is not all about attracting new customers into the business. You've got to look after the ones you've got. There's 3 stages to become to a customer's journey. One is the discovery stage, so they're not actually a customer yet, but they know about you and they're considering buying from you. Second is a customer, and somebody who's paying and is a customer who bought stuff from your business. And then the third one is a past customer. Now, obviously, a past customer can become a customer again, and but you as a business owner want to focus on getting as many people into that second category as possible. So there's always a lot of people who are buying from you, and reliable customers who you can build your business on. Now, if you work on getting new customers all the time and you get 10 customers in, but because you're focusing all your time and energy on getting new customers, you don't look after them once they're in the business, then you're just going to lose 10 old ones anyway. So, focus on getting new customers in, but also look after them at the same time. So we're going to start with online marketing, and I think online marketing as a small business owner is such a big opportunity because there's a lot of business owners who don't understand online marketing. And if you can just build up your business's SEO, the social media is good and all that sort of stuff, and your advertisements, then you become a business owner that is competitive in the market quite quickly because you understand, you've done your research and you've built up an online presence within your business. The first one we're going to talk about is SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, and it's basically about getting your business to the top of Google. Now, you can pay to Google to put you at the top, but you can also get there naturally. And a lot of the time, people skip past the ads at the top of Google and they go straight to the person or the company that is that's not paying to be there. It's naturally there. You probably do it as well, and it's because you trust that business, because your past experience of clicking on the top one is it's a decent, good business that you've maybe even bought from, or you've liked, and the way that that business gets there is a culmination of a whole variety of different things that they do within that business. So, for example, it might be that their website has heading tags. So just look into heading tags. But basically, it says on each page on your website, then there should be a heading tag called a H1, and a H1 is like that like one sentence or even less than a sentence of what that page is about. And then you can classify each bit of text within that business. Is it H1, H2, H3, H4? And so detail on your website, understanding the background of the website, but also, does it look good to the customer when they log on? Does it come onto your page? Does it look like a business that they're going to trust and it's going to care about and give them a good service? So within that as well, you need to think about having inquiry forms and contact numbers and emails, because Google understands that when someone comes onto your page and then they send an inquiry form, it learns that, well, obviously it was a good selection for that person because that customer inquired. So obviously it was a good page and they liked it. So next time someone searches for a similar thing, you might be a little bit higher up Google because somebody else has had a good positive experience with your website before. There's loads of other stuff you can do. Blogs, if you can put a blog out weekly and that blog includes your keywords that people are going to search for your business. As well as that, it's got to be mobile friendly. On my page, I think I have about 2/3 of people who come onto my website are on the mobile. So if your website looks scruffy on a mobile, then you're missing out on so many potential customers. As well as that, updating the website. If the website's updated once every 3 years, then Google doesn't know how active that business actually is and how much you want new customers. So constantly updating the website. Every time you update the website, Google learns that you've updated it and it knows that you've done that. And then finally, I've put down Google reviews. So if Google knows that 100 people have come to your business and left 5-star reviews, they trust that if they put your business at the top of their results, people are likely to have a positive experience. What Google don't want is to put a business who aren't very good at the top and people use Google, and every time they use Google, they just come across businesses which are no good. Google needs the best businesses to be at the top. So Google reviews will be a massive opportunity there as well. So rather than just getting people to email in and you typing up your own review, get them to do it from their Google profile, so that Google starts putting all these things together to identify you as a good business, basically. So the second one is social media. Now, obviously, social media is a platform which gives you so much potential to share your brand, share your story, to build up relationships with your customers, and it's one that it never ends. Social media never ends. You are always on it. You can be updating it every day. You can be bringing out new content, but that often links in with your SEO. And if you've got your Facebook and Twitter and stuff and Instagram pages all linked to your Google pages, if you're constantly posting things on there, Google knows that you're an active business. So constantly be updating it there. People sometimes don't want to email or call. They want to just drop you a Facebook message. And you as a business need to be sort of open to make everything as easy as possible to your customers. So social media will really help you get out there. Obviously, you can pay on social media, and we'll talk about paid advertisements in a minute. But also just like the Facebook groups and different platforms within Facebook, for example. So you can go on a Facebook group and find a group of people who are specifically interested in your niche, and then start giving them content and maybe some tips and tricks on certain things around your business. And then people discover you and they start to think about using your business rather than the one they're using at the moment. So social media is such a big opportunity to reach people from, all you need is an internet connection. You can get out there and reach hundreds of thousands of people through your phone, basically. Now, the third one I'm going to talk about is paid advertising, which I do think is good, but people often understand, you've paid to be in that position. You haven't naturally earned it, but still, I spend a lot of money on being at the top of Google naturally, but also being paid. So often you'll search for my business, like sports coaching in our area, and you'll find us at the top paying for it, and naturally as well. And the reason for that is that if people are going to click on the ads, I want them to click on mine first. So I need to know that, I need to know all my keywords. I need to know what people are searching for, and also understand how much do I want to pay per click. If I pay 50p for someone to come on my website because they're interested in football coaching, then that's great. And that they might become a customer who over their lifetime spends thousands of pounds with us. Obviously, it's worth the investment. But what I don't want is somebody who's searching for football socks, and because my keyword is football, they find my page and they click on my page, and I pay 50p to show them something which has nothing to do with what they're looking for. So understanding how to use it, start slow and just a small budget and gradually build up. But you can quite easily get a lot of customers from paying to be at the top of Google. As well as that, you've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter advertising, and I use Facebook and Instagram a lot, because you can say, right, I want males or females between a certain age, and that they have to have an interest in this, and they have to live in this area. And you can, rather than going down to the park and handing out 100 flyers to a load of people who are not that interested, you're literally people are scrolling through their phone. You can even put it so that they only see your advert when they're on Wi-Fi, because when people are on mobile data, maybe they haven't got as much time. When they got Wi-Fi, it says yes, they're in a comfortable place, and maybe they're just scrolling through phone. And so when they see your advert, they might have time to click on it and go onto your website and buy whatever you're selling. So paid advertisements are something you need to look at. Don't go over the top on it, because you need to learn how much your budget is and how effective it is. And again, it's one of the things, you're constantly tailoring it, and you're constantly changing your target audience and your keywords and stuff to make sure you're getting the best return on investment for those advertisements. Now, next, I'm going to talk about offline advertisements. And as much as I think online is so important, the offline stuff is equally as important, if not more. Traditionally, nearly everything would have been offline marketing. And that includes, there's so many bits around that. But, you as a business owner can start, I'm going to talk about printed media. We're going to talk about cold calling, speaking. So let's start with speaking. Now, in particular, public speaking has been a massive success for me in my business. So I run a sports coaching company to school, and we deliver it to schools and children and stuff. So I've managed to get myself into these opportunities where I go into a head teacher cluster meeting. So it's 10 head teachers all in the same meeting. And I go in there for 5 minutes talking to them about the new funding that's come out for sport, or, why children need to be active or whatever. And I give them information maybe they didn't know already. And then from doing that, they trust me and they understand that, I know what I'm talking about in the sports coaching industry. And you can do that for whatever your business is. And if you can get into these public speaking opportunities, you can then obviously hand out your flyers or even collect it, email addresses and phone numbers afterwards. And you've got like good leads who trust you already. So, but then public speaking is like 1 to 3 people. So within speaking, you've got public speaking, but then it might just be when you go to a meeting, do you speak clearly and effectively? Maybe you've got a channel, a YouTube channel that you can build up. If your business isn't just like specifically niche on a certain area and a certain type of topic, you can have a bigger reach from going on YouTube and talking about your topic and showing people you understand. And then people might buy from you because they've seen you on YouTube, they trust you, and go from there. So there's so many different things around speaking, but one book you should read is called How to Win Friends and Influence People, which sounds really sort of like a cheesy, corny sort of title, but the value in the book is it's so important for understanding like human relationships and understanding that you shouldn't just like be talking about yourself all the time. People are more interested in themselves, so ask them about themselves and all that sort of detail of you as a business owner, human relationships, whether that be with customers or with your staff or whatever. Read that book, so that'll give you a lot of value as well. Now, our next one is printed media. And again, I'm only giving these ones because I genuinely spend a lot of time and money on these marketing techniques. And printed media for us is a huge one. We have banners, we have our vans wrapped, we have like free giveaways, so like your stickers and certificates and stuff like that for us. But whatever it is within your business, if people start recognizing it when they're out and about, especially if you work in a certain area and they're constantly seeing your brand and your logo everywhere, then obviously it makes a big difference, and people's perception of your business is higher up. And if your branding's good as well, where if you're doing that and another company or competitor isn't doing that, then it just allows people to trust your business, and you gain customers from that. Finally, I've left it to the end, is cold calls, because so many people hate cold calling, and I'm not a massive fan of it myself. I don't mind it, but it's one of them skills that in a business, especially when you're starting out, it is something you need to do, and you should try it, because if you can cold call people and be willing to take that rejection, it sets you up for business in the right way, because you're going to get a lot of rejection when you call people out of the blue. Oh, do you want to buy from me? Obviously you're going to get rejected. People weren't necessarily looking, they might be happy with the service they've got at the moment, but I guarantee if you call 100 people that customers are likely to want your services or your products, then 1 or 2 of them might show an interest, and then from that you may be able to get that sale lead. But when it's early days and you haven't got a huge amount of sort of money coming into the business, you need to try these different things. And cold calling, if you call out the first five customers or potential customers and they all say no, if you give up there, obviously cold calling is not going to work for you. But if you can just keep hassling the phone and keep working hard on it, learning your craft on how do you get past that gatekeeper, how do you get past a receptionist so you can speak to the director of the business or whatever it is of the organization that you're working with. Now, stuff like that is for you as a business owner, it can create so much opportunity. So look into a cold calling. Again, look at some videos on YouTube on like techniques and what you should be doing. But it does work. It's just a long slog and there is a lot of rejection in it, but definitely something you should try within your business. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I've given you 3 things on online marketing and 3 things on offline marketing. And you can go away and start thinking about using these techniques and marketing strategies. So these do work. I use it in my business all the time, and obviously my business will be different to your business, but some of these will create a big impact within your business. And go away, try it. Don't spend loads of money on it, but research it before you do it and do it properly, and you can create so many opportunities for yourself. So hopefully that's helped you think about getting more customers into your business, and and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I've got this channel, so it's all about business and investing. So if you are interested, please do subscribe, give us a like, and leave a comment on what you thought about this video, or maybe stuff that you want to see in the future as well. And I'll see you soon.